Alright guys, right, you got DJ Squib here with another session of FRAG, fantastic retro arcade gaming. Today we're playing a little bit of Spy Hunter from 1983. This is the main version of it, you know, emulator, but this is pretty much the arcade game. Spent a lot of time playing this in the arcades. Had it on various home systems as well, but it was a good game because it was the arcade version. You sat down in like a cabinet, you know, steering wheel, foot pedals and stuff. And what I liked about it is the steering wheel. It had all like the buttons on it, you know, like the missiles, oil slick, smoke screen. You can call the weapons van. Now your machine guns are unlimited, but it's your weapons, these extra weapons that you've only got a few of them. And obviously the music was good to it, you know, Peter Gunn. And when you were sitting in the cabinet, the sit-down cabinet, the speakers were right by your head. Right, let's call the weapons van again. Have I got another weapons van? No. But yeah, the music was booming, you know, and it was, so it was, I believe it was a 20 pence game, when most of the games at the time were 10p, you know, so it was one of them games you sort of played it, but I used to watch people playing it to get good at it, do you know what I mean? Because being, what was I, 13 at the time, you didn't have a lot of money. But you've got a high gear and a low gear. The high gear is literally just to get out of trouble. Come on, get in. Right, so now I've got smoke. Now what I tend to do is I don't use the oil if I've got the smoke. I use the smoke up first. Come on. Right, so I've got some more smoke. Yeah, there was a little sort of trick there. If you called it pretty much, not instantly, but you know, sort of after you've used a bit of your smoke and that, you can get another weapons van, but it doesn't always work. Let's check this music out. You had a timer. You had a timer on this, and when the timer ran out, you got an extra life. So I've got my extra life up. Right, so we've got missiles. Right now, these are only good for destroying the helicopter, like that. Oh, and he got me. So now I've been destroyed. I've lost all my weapons apart from the machine guns. You always keep them. Come on. Coming in. That's it. Again, get in the weapons van, go in a high gear. And then that happens. I don't think I'm going to get another weapons van here. So now I've got to use... Oh, we get the speedboat now. You watch this. Again, this game, I believe, was based on the James Bond film Spy Who Loved Me. And that was, if I'm not wrong, I think it was 1977. That was the James Bond film. Excellent. Oh, I've got number one. That's not too bad. Yeah, so I suppose it was loosely based on James Bond's film, you know, Spy Who Loved Me. That's it. But again, that Spy Love Me film, that was brilliant. You know, the little Lotus car, and just brilliant film. You know, it was so cool. Underwater scenes with the car and everything. Yeah, have some of that then. Right, let's have another round. See if I can do better this time. I'll try not to talk too much because I'm playing and talking at the same time. Again, with these other cars, you can shoot them, but you don't get no points for them. Same as the motorcycles. There's only just like certain cars you can shoot, what you get points for, if you know what I mean. So that high gear we've got, that one, it is. If you use it too much, you sort of end up dying. Alright, it's called a weapons van. But yeah, on the steering wheel of the weapons van, there was all the buttons for all your weapons. So it was like you was James Bond, you know. And that's all good for me. I like James Bond. I've always liked it since I was a little kid. I like the new James Bonds, but I prefer the old setup with the old James Bonds, where you know Roger Moore and Sean Connery and all that lot, you know, had a bit more humour in it. I still like the new James Bonds. I think they're brilliant, but there's. And I like the gadgets as well. You don't get many gadgets in the, you know. I think that was always a nice little part of the film. You know, he sees Q, you know, them, and then Q gets his gadgets for the mission. And sometimes you didn't see all the gadgets, but you know, you got an idea of it all. Right. Oh, he's done me again. Let's get the weapons van. Right, get in. You've got to remember to put it back in the low gear, otherwise you don't go. No! I'm not even sure if this game saves the high scores. I don't know if it does or not. Some of these main arcade games did. Yeah, fond memories of playing this down the arcade. So fond memories of anything to do with the arcade. You know, it was just a time where you could, wherever you looked at the arcade, there was a game that was awesome. You know, and yeah, it was just brilliant. You know, and I look back at them times, and you know I haven't got loads of consoles and loads of games. I used to have like a few consoles and games when I was years back. You know, never collecting them, just used to play them, but. So it's all running off my PC now. I've got various emulators, and I know some people frown on that, but so, you know, that's just how it is. We're a bit low tech here, so what the heck, you know. But no, it's all good. These games are pretty good, you know. Right, we'll have one more little bash. So at least I got to the speedboat. Yeah, it's funny when you look back at some of the stuff you done when you was a kid and growing up, and you know, a lot of my misspent youth was in the arcades, because where I live there's like, you know, I'm quite near to the coast, and loads of arcades. You know, there was always good arcade games. But one in particular what sticks out in my mind was an arcade called, I think it was the Lucky Horseshoe or just Lucky Horseshoe, and the downstairs part was like modern arcades and, you know, fruit machines and slots, whatever you want to call them, and then upstairs was, I mean, this was a few years on, you know, there was, the upstairs was like you paid 50p and you got an hour's worth of play, and you know what I mean, all the machines were on free play, and it was brilliant, you know. Right, let's get that weapons van up here again. But yeah, you sort of paid 50p and you got an hour's play, and it was brilliant. But if you didn't go when it was busy, you know, when it was not so hectic, you'd pay your 50p and the guy just let you play up there, as long as you weren't causing trouble and that. But and it was like sometimes we'd be in there for like 2 or 3 hours, and it was brilliant, you know, 50p. But if it was busy, then, you know, you got like a ticket, and he'd come and check the tickets and say, right, come on guys. But yeah, such a cool arcade, Lucky Horseshoe. So the building's still there, but it's, I think it's an ice cream parlour now, you know what I mean, that sort of setup. Come on, where's my van? Right, smoke screens. And that music, brilliant, Peter Gunn. No, we haven't got the rockets for the helicopter. No, we can't shoot it, can't do anything with it. As I say, I don't use the high gear much unless I really have to. Obviously, to get in the back of the weapons van, it's always best to use that. Jazzy music again, listen to that. Oh no! Right, so I've got no weapons, so I've just got to use me boost gear. Right, so we've got missiles now, so if the helicopter comes on, we can use them. But the helicopter is dropping bombs, so you've got to be careful. Here we go, it's coming on now. Let him come down the screen a bit. Now, them cars up there, you can't shoot them, they're bulletproof, but you can ram them off the road. Right, let's add him with a... That's it, got it. Now this waterway, you can stay on here for, you know, as long as you want, but you won't advance on the game. You have to sort of shoot off to a side bit on the right to get back on the road. Right, so we've got oil slicks ready. Oh, that was close. Let's see if we can get the weapons van back again. No, you can't. Sometimes you can get him back again, but it is on like a set loop where the weapons van comes in. I think we get one, yeah, we get one now. Nice, more oil. Listen to that music. It's one thing I liked about the arcade games. They were deafening. They were so loud because everyone was watching you play, and you know, great big queues around the machines. Called the weapons van again. Quick, get in there, get in there. No! Come on, mate, come on. Get in, that's it. Yeah, I've been trying to sort of get a video uploaded for the last sort of, I don't know, week or two, but I've been messing about with microphones and different setups that I've been playing with, and I've got a couple of ideas of some games to play. Move over, right, we've got icy roads. No! Come on, mate. No! Come on, van, where are you? I think I might have outrun the van. Right, come on, van, come on, van. Oh, I don't believe it. Bridge out. Left. Right, so I've missed it. Oh, I don't believe it. I put it in high gear. Oh, Squibby, you donut. Alright, everyone's favourite pastime. Look at that. There you go. Right, guys, we're going to have a little interlude now. So, be back straight after the interlude, guys. Don't go away. See you in a mo.
And now, preview time. When it comes to entertainment, you can't beat a good film. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What did you think of the model of that tanker?
There was something strange about the design of her bows. I've asked Em to check her out.
James, that motorcycle
It's been following us for the last mile. All those feathers and he still can't fly.
James!
Yes, I know. Don't tell me.
Mamma mia, che è successo? Oddio, tutto distrutto!
You ever got the feeling somebody doesn't like you?
Can you swim?
It's time we said goodbye to an uninvited guest.
Alone at last. That's what we come to look at. How did you know about that?
I stole the blueprints of this car 2 years ago. Do you think we can make it?
Right, guys, right, back again. Right, we're going to do two more little bashes, and then I'll call it a day. I don't want to bore you with it all, but yeah, I've got some other ideas I want to do, so I'm going to keep it under my hat at the minute, what I'm doing. But so the mic testing and some of the other stuff I've been doing, it's been quite intense, getting it all ready. And there's only so many hours in a day when you can play these games, and when you're up for playing them, do you know what I mean? Especially if you're tired, you don't want to be doing all this and rabbiting. But yeah, that way. So that's when I use the boost to get out of it. So some of these big cars, they shoot out their windows. You can. So they're bulletproof, them ones. Right, so it's a case of getting quick. Use your boost to get up the ramps. We've got oil. Remember to change back down gear, otherwise you'll be sitting on the corner of the road. It's called a weapons van again. That's it, a bit more oil. Used a tiny bit. That was always a little plus. Use your, if there's like some enemies, use your oil up, and then push the weapons van button, and then he'll come and you get a restock of the. It's normally the same thing you just picked up. Another weapons van. Let's push the button. It will come, but if you push the button, it comes a bit quicker, I think. Right, let's get some baddies, and I'll use my smoke, and then I'll call the weapons van. I'll call it again anyway. Might not get the weapons. Oh, there we go. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. No! That's the worst thing to try and do, getting the weapons van on a bendy road. You just end up dying half the time. Come on, van. No! Right, there's a weapons van, so we'll call that getting it quick, change back down gear. Yeah, in the arcade version, it's the actual, you know, like where it's got weapons van on the screen, missiles, oil slicks, they lit up as you picked the weapon up. Oh, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Right, we'll have one more little bash. It's famous last words. One more game until you end up early hours of the morning and birds are tweeting and you've not gone to bed and Used to love doing that with my mates. We used to go out, and we all had, you know, I think at the time it was Amiga 1200, no, Amiga 500, I believe. And I'm sure we had these sort of games on there. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we used to play these till the early hours of the morning. Brilliant. Right. Come on, and let's do it. Again, I'm running out of time. I'll go and pick up my son in a minute from school. Yeah, there was a couple of driving games I wanted to do. You know, there was this one I had in mind, Bump and Jump. It's also known as Burning Rubber. I think it was Burning Rubber in Japan. But so Bump and Jump, that was a favourite of mine. So I might do that at a later date. But there's a few other games I've got planned. But say there's certain things I've got to sort out first before I can play them, you know, get it all sorted and everything. Now, I've got a couple of different mics. I've been testing out different mics for different things, you know what I mean, just trying to get the best audio that I can. And I've got, at the minute, I'm using the Mini, the Micro Rode. It's like a little shotgun mic. That's brilliant, that is. It's really cool little mic. So when I buy mics and things, I try and get them so they're multi-purpose, so I can use them for different things. And because this mic's directional, it doesn't pick up too much of the surrounding noise or the clicking of the joystick, because I'm playing as we're talking, you know, playing and talking at the same time. But I've got another Rode mic, and that's a full stereo. Oh, that's a good mic, but it's good for certain things, but not for what I want to do here. Get the van back? Yes, we can. Come on, van. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. No! That's it. In you go. Is that funky music again? Do like a bit of funkiness in a game. It's funny when you look back at a lot of the games, the music was just fantastic, you know. And when we are talking about games when they weren't sort of, well, they're like this, you know, they don't want these sort of games. Right, so we've got missiles again. Let's do a bit of helicopter hunting. No, when that happens. Now we might get another van. Yes, we did. Right, now this is get in. Lovely. So with this, even if you've crashed, oh, like that. Right, come on, one more for the road. Let's be childish and let's be childish here. Look, where are we? Yeah, because you've got to have a bum. You know what I mean? How are we doing for time? Right. Oh, I've got a bit of time left. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Outrun, because that's another good driving game. I was sort of going through all the driving games. See, this whole me playing these games, it's not about reviewing them or anything like that. It's about me remembering the games when I was a kid in the arcades. Because I am old enough to remember all these games, and you know, a bit of an old fossil. But yeah, Outrun, what a fantastic game. When that first came out, wow, that turned heads. And the good thing with that one, it was get in quick, get it. But yeah, when that Outrun come out, it was this was the deluxe model. I don't know if it was called that, but it was, you know, the car was on a motorised unit what moved about, and great big arcade. And again, when that was in the arcade, it was at the front of the arcade, and everyone was queuing to get on it. There was a queue the whole evening to get on that run. I mean, I know they brought out upright versions of it, and you know, static driving versions that didn't have motors on them. But we'd spend hours playing that game. Oh, hold on. Don't go too mad, Squibby. Get your hand off the gear shift. Right, come on. No! Ah. Alright, I've got one life left, and I think we'll call that a day. Because I don't want to bore you to death, people. Come on, mate. In you get. That's it. Another one of my favourite driving games in the arcade was Buggy Boy, and when that one I used to play was I believe it was on, oh no, it was on 3 screens, you know, sit down version, three screens. Wow, what an awesome game, what a wicked game. But again, in the arcades it got expensive, you know, not having a lot of money when you was a kid, so when these games come out on various systems, home systems, used to get them. But I had Buggy Boy, was it on the Amiga 500? Oh my god, wow, added the wow factor that did. But I'm trying to think of other driving games I used to play. I mean, there's the Pole Position 1 and 2, and you know, all them excellent games. But so Spy Hunter for me, it's got a you know, little fondness in my heart that I keep, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, I'm not going to do any more. We've pretty much played through, showed you what's what I like doing. But yeah, so if you want to comment or anything, send us a message. Just drop it in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you and all that. But just one last thing to say: live long and prosper, and may the force be with you all. Anyway, cheers, guys. Catch you all later.